What's up, you guys? Scott here. So if you've been in this industry long enough as a therapist or a coach, at one point you would have done your ideal client or your ideal client avatar. So what I wanted to do in this video, guys, is give you a small twist on this very powerful exercise and show you how you can increase the likelihood, and I mean almost guarantee the likelihood of finding your ideal client. So we're going to go through the very basics of this exercise, which you may have done in the past, and I'm going to give you a very small twist that's going to have a profound effect on your ideal client, who your client is, and also their avatar, also helping you know where this client is online and where to locate them. So guys, I'm excited about this one. Let's dive into the exercise and let's look at your ideal client and create your ideal client avatar. Let's go. So let's start with the basics of this exercise. Now, you've probably done something similar to this before, and you've created this perfect avatar for your therapy or coaching client. So let's go through the basics first, and I'll teach you guys how I do it. Then I'm going to give you a very important shift that you can add to this exercise that will literally change the game for you guys from this day forward. So really, who is your ideal client? Now, regardless whether you're a therapist or a coach, this exercise really remains the same. So who's your ideal client? So you might have someone maybe that's a business owner. They could be a CEO. They could be another, like an online coach. They could be a coach themselves. They could be an entrepreneur. They could also be just like the general public. It could be just a mother or a father, a mother with 2 kids, a father with a family. It could be someone that's in the military. So write down or just make a mental note of who this person is. Now, what is their age? So an example of this might be, well, Scott, I'm going to be targeting mothers who have 2 children, work a full-time job, and are between the ages of 30 and 45. You also might say, well, this perfect client of mine, this perfect avatar would have money, ready to buy my services, and is ready to pay now. Like, they're motivated, they're ready to go. They're motivated for change, and they have no objections. They know inside their head that I'm the right fit as their therapist or coach, and they're ready to buy now. They're ready to take action. But this person would also, to some extent, understand their root cause problem. So they're familiar with hypnosis. They're familiar with NLP. They're familiar with the unconscious mind and how root cause and problems really exist. Also, this person would be actively looking for me, like they're actively looking for a hypnotherapist or a coach, and they can also see why I'm different. They can somehow relate to my story and my journey, and they can see that I'm the right fit for them. And most of all, I'd love if this ideal client would send me referrals. So guys, you've probably done something like that before. That's the exercise, and it can be quite a fun exercise. Now, let me give you a simple yet profound twist to this exercise that will change the game for you. This person is made up in your fucking head and does not exist. So this is a roundabout way of me saying this exercise, guys, is a big fucking waste of your time. The person you are trying to create inside your head does not exist. And even by a slight chance, if you were able to find this exact person or put together an avatar of this exact person, where would they be? It's not only the fact of not only creating or fantasizing who this person would be, you now have to be able to figure out where are they online based on what you've just made up in your head. So guys, if you're doing this ridiculous and stupid client avatar questionnaire system, making up this imaginary person in your head, I'm here to tell you to stop. Now I'm going to show you what you can do instead, where you'll no longer have to make up anything. This real exercise is just a game. It's just a guess. I don't know about you, but I could make up a million different avatars in my head, and I guarantee I'll get it a million times wrong over and over and over. Because my paying clients don't exist in here. They don't exist inside some fantasy. They exist in the real world. So instead of trying to create this person on a piece of paper, let me show you how you can go into the real world and find the right client for you, but not this made up avatar. So guys, this is made up in your head. It's a ridiculous fucking exercise. It's a waste of time, and it's going to do nothing except have you go hunting for a person that doesn't exist. And no matter how good your marketing is, how good your niche is, no matter how awesome you are at sales, if this person doesn't exist, it's really a game in fruition, guys. Okay, so stop this exercise as of today. So if this is not reality, let me show you what reality really is in the online market as a therapist or a coach. And now I'll show you how to change things from this day forward, guys. So this is going to be a game changer. So this really is the ideal client myth. So gurus and experts would have you believe that there's such thing as an ideal client when there's simply not. And with so many people hunting, like therapists and coaches in your competition, hunting for this mythical ideal client, it's actually leaving large gaps for the students in my program who get taught this new exercise to find unlimited clients. So if you're ever wondering why are your students able to grow and scale their business so quickly and almost have like unlimited clients, this is why, guys. So I'm really revealing you a massive secret that we teach in our 100K coaching program. Okay, and let me give you the overview of this. So number one, the gurus would have you believe that your ideal client is always talking publicly about their problem. They would also tell you that your ideal client has no objections and will jump at the chance to work with you. And lastly, these gurus will tell you that your ideal client is actively looking for a hypnotherapist or a coach. Lastly, your ideal client is the exact avatar that you create in your head. Now, all of this does not exist. Clients are not actively looking for a hypnotherapist or a coach because they don't really understand the connection between these two things. When was the last time you saw someone actively talking about their real problem? Sure, they might be talking about a problem, but not the real problem, which I'll talk about very soon. And also, if your client had no objections to work with you or no objections to spend money, they would have already hired somebody else. So 9 times out of 10, your client will have objections. 9 times out of 10, your client will not be talking about hypnotherapy and coaching. And 9 times out of 10, the problem your clients are talking about is not the problem you actually solve and is not the problem you should be actively marketing. So you might think, Scott, what the hell are you talking about? You've gone crazy. Well, guys, that's this fantasy reality. Let me show you the real reality to this and wrap your mind around this, guys. So here's the reality. Your client is not talking about their real problem. They're talking about the symptom of the problem. You and me know, let's say, for example, give it some context. When my lawyers came in to quit smoking, you know that I didn't help the smoking. I didn't fix the smoking. The smoking was the symptom for maybe some childhood trauma, something that happened to them when they were very young, a habit, whatever it is. I changed the root cause. But what most therapists and coaches will do, and when I say most, I'd say 99.9% of them, they will go out and start talking about the root cause. They'll start trying to educate their clients on the root cause. They'll start to market at the root cause. They'll try and create a product based on the root cause, like I can help you heal your inner child workshop. These are root cause, and general public people that you want to be working with, guys, do not use this language, and they're not publicly talking about this root cause because they don't know what it is. They cannot see the connection between the real deep root cause problem. So when you talk like a therapist or a coach using all this lingo, or the how you do it, the NLP and the hypnosis and coaching and things like that, using all the lingo, all the education that you know, general public people are going to be absolutely confused. And this is a guaranteed reason why you are not getting paid clients. You are talking about the wrong thing, trying to target a person that doesn't exist because you've made them up in your head. And you're talking about the root cause and using educational lingo that your clients simply don't understand. So if you go ahead out into the market as a therapist or a coach and trying to target your clients at the root cause level, you start to market at the root cause level and the root cause problem, your clients are going to be simply confused. Here you have a client saying, I want to quit smoking, but this therapist keeps talking about helping people overcome past trauma as a child using timeline therapy. Like, what the fuck is that? I need to quit smoking. But you're talking all of this gobbledygook language. I have no idea what that's about. So think about it for yourself, guys. Take a step back and look at your marketing. If all your marketing is talking about NLP and hypnosis, and you're expecting your clients to understand this, just like you didn't understand it before you got educated in this stuff, you are missing the point of your marketing. And again, if you're trying to target your clients and talk about the root cause, when they're experiencing the symptom, they have no reason to hire you, because here you are talking about childhood trauma and past life regression, but your client's sitting up at nighttime in bed, anxious and sweaty, thinking, I need to get out of this abusive relationship. The two don't correlate. And if you spend all your time trying to talk about this, when your client is experiencing this, this again is the reason why you don't have a business and clients are not booking you in. So remember, guys, clients are not educated the way that we are. So if you spend your time marketing as if they are, you will struggle to make money. And I mean, you'll go broke very, very quickly. Clients are not using words or metaphors or statements like, I want to step into my power. I need to heal my inner child. I need to use past life regression. I need to increase my abundance. I have to use my unconscious mind. I need to use NLP and hypnosis. The only other people talking like this, guys, are you and me, because we are educated to talk this way. So if you notice that all your marketing is just attracting likes and shares from other therapists and coaches, but your clients are not other therapists and coaches, boom, that is the reason why your marketing is falling on deaf ears, guys. Okay, so this ideal client that you make up in your head that has all these things that you want this client to have, and they understand all the lingo and education that you do, this person doesn't exist. And if you can adopt this mindset, and I hate using that word, but that's really what this is, I guarantee your business will change as of today. And this is one of the first things we teach our therapy and coaching students in our 100K coaching program. Stop looking for the ideal client, stop talking like a therapist or a coach, and stop talking about root cause problem. If all your marketing is about inner child, how the hell would the average person on the street even know what this stuff is or even be concerned enough to listen to? They have symptom level problems. So we want to get into the market and speak to our clients at their level, where their understanding and education is. So another way to look at this is like this, guys. If you can imagine, this triangle is like the entire niche, your entire industry, all the possible clients that you could get your hands on. This is unfortunately what happens. The smallest part of the market is where everybody goes. All the other therapists, the entire industry, all the coaches, all your competition, everybody you were certified with goes for this very small piece of the market. And this is what I call red ocean. Now, this person does or may have a small awareness of what you do. They might be actively looking for a therapist or a coach or have some idea. They're ready to buy it. They're very aware of their problem. And they're also very aware that there is a solution. But this is the tiniest part of the market. And everybody goes for this. Everybody tries to attack this. So if there's one client in the industry, you have 10,000 therapists and coaches all trying to get that one client. And now it's a fight for price. It's like, well, Joe Blogg said he can do it for $100. I'll do it for 95. Then someone comes along and says, well, I'll do it for 85, 75, 65. I've said this several times. I now see hypnosis sessions for $19 a session, guys. This is because this market is so small, and it's basically filled to the brim in a very small way with actively ready to buy clients. And this is that perfect avatar thing. And everyone thinks, well, I'm just going to go for that. That's the lowest hanging fruit. But that's the way everybody thinks. So what's the difference? Who should you be targeting? Well, guys, this is what I mean about blue ocean. This is what we teach our students to target, okay? Is to go into this and find people that are actually not ready to buy, are actually not fully aware of their problem. They know they feel something, but are so uneducated in the way that they understand their problem that they believe that their problem is there for life. They're using symptom level words, very basic understanding of their problem and their surroundings and things like this. And we target this because it is an untapped market of unlimited clients. So again, if you're wondering, well, how our students don't have any competition, they just seem to get client after client after client, because we don't teach them to go after this. Every other coaching and therapy program will tell you to go for this. We teach our students to go for this because this is an untapped market. And it's your job in this blue ocean to educate this client and talk to them at the level of their symptom. Give them a symptom outcome, create a product or a service based on the symptom. We talk to our clients at their level to get them in the chair. Once they're in the chair, you can talk all day long about root cause. You can fix the root cause because they're in the right place. But if you try and attack them at root cause here, you may as well just go to very small market and just fight for price for the rest of your career. So what we teach our students to do is go for the massive part of the market. It's really unlimited. There are too many clients even for our students to get their hands on because nobody else is here. It's a current blue ocean. We take them from very unaware, we educate, we make their awareness go into more of their pain, and we prove that we're an expert with our content, and we take them up ready to buy. So it seems a little bit backwards that you'd go after people that are not ready to buy. Well, the reason we do that is because that's where the biggest majority of the market are, not ready to buy. They know they have a problem, but that's all they really know. It's like someone who says, well, I've been a smoker for 40 years. I guess I'll be a smoker for the rest of my life. But, you know, in the background, behind closed doors, they're having a bit of pain with it, a little bit of problem, but they're so unaware of what the next step could be for them, okay? And that's the people we want to target. You want to be targeting the biggest part of the market because now it becomes a numbers game. But like I said, everybody targets this. Okay. So you want to flip everything you do, guys, start going for the very unaware market. And so you might be thinking, well, Scott, how do I do that? How do I stop talking about the root cause, which is a very small part of the market? And how do I go based on symptoms? How do I target these clients that are so unaware, but I basically have unlimited clients to work with, and I can educate all these people from unaware, pull them into the very aware market and have them realize that I'm the only expert for them. Well, this is how we do it. It's actually quite simple. So instead of worrying about root cause, instead of talking like a therapist or a coach and using all that ridiculous language and metaphors and trying to sound like some deep, meaningful therapist or a coach that understands the world better than everybody else. And again, that might be the case, but the average Joe person does not understand this. I mean, I always think of it like this. If I went to my mum, who's a logical thinker, has no idea about abundance, therapy, coaching, mindset, doesn't know any of that, worked a 9-to-5 job for her entire life, is retired now. And I started talking like the unconscious mind, inner child, trauma, feminine energy and all that. She'd look at me like I was crazy. But my mum would be the type of person who has symptoms in her life. I know she's got symptoms in her life, but if I tried to talk to her at a very deep coaching and therapeutic level, she just wouldn't listen to me. She'd ignore me. And my mum represents the biggest part of the market. Hopefully you see my point there. My father, the same, sister, the same, so on and so forth. So instead of trying to talk like a therapist or a coach or think like a therapist or a coach, start to think like your clients, guys. What symptom words are your clients using? They don't know that all of this is coming from, I'll just use context, childhood trauma. So what symptoms are related to this? You want to use those words. What symptom words are related to other symptoms? We know that a root cause can create symptom after symptom after symptom after symptom. And the more basic level the symptom is and really understanding that symptom level and using a word that everybody uses, you're going to get the attention of all of those unaware people because they're going to look at your marketing and think, wow, that's me. I do have lower back pain just there. I have experienced cravings after smoking. I do have stress because my wife always yells at me, whatever it is. That's symptom basic level, guys. But alternatively, if you go into the market and start to talk about root cause, unconscious mind, inner child, feminine energy, abundance, connection to the universe, they're going to look at this and think, what the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't have any of those. So what is that? There's no point in me even following this person. And then lastly, guys, what symptom outcome do your clients want? Not the outcome of, I'm going to help you heal your inner child. I'm just using that as a metaphor because that's not what clients are sitting up at nighttime worried about. They're not saying, wow, I hope Scott heals my inner child, because they don't know about this stuff, guys. Okay. So if your clients are not using therapy, coaching, NLP, healing lingo, why the hell would you use it in your marketing? With so much competition and so much noise on the internet, guys, you have to do an extremely good job just to get the attention of people. And one surefire way to have people ignore you is to talk like a therapist or a coach. And I had to learn this the hard way too. I used to speak like you guys all the time. Then I wondered why when I was trying to talk to my lawyers about this, they'd look at me and think, what the fuck is wrong with Scott? Like, what the hell is he talking about? I just want to quit smoking. And you're talking about conversational hypnosis and Milton Erickson and all this. Who the fuck is that? I just want to quit smoking. Sort of see my point there, guys. So when it comes to your marketing, guys, comes to your product, comes to your service, comes to your niche, comes to everything you do, if all you're doing is talking like a therapist or a coach, you are just going to attract other therapists and coaches. And if they're not your clients, what's the point? You're going to go broke very, very quickly. So if your clients are not using lingo the way that you speak and not educated the way that we are or the way that you are, why the hell would you put that in your marketing? So remember, this is average Joe public. You were average Joe public before you became a therapist or a coach, but you're the smallest part of the market. You may have been one of those people who watch the unconscious mind videos, watch the gurus, but you are the smallest part of the market. If you were the biggest part of the market, it means that everybody in the world will become a therapist or a coach. It might seem that way, but if you look at how many people are on this planet, this is the very smallest part of the market. And that very small part of the market is all going for the smallest part of the client market. And guys, what I have here, it like really represents two things that I was looking on my phone just before I was putting this slide together. I actually found these two things on Facebook, scrolling through within the first 1 minute. So I found this niche, and This is no disrespect to this woman. I wish her the best of luck, but I can see the state of her business right now. So her niche was, I help women step into their power. What the fuck does that mean? Using advanced linguistics and unconscious metaphors to help heal inner child wounds to increase feminine healing energy. Now, I know what that means, and I'm intrigued by this. This sounds awesome, but I'm not average Joe Public. I'm a therapist and coach just like you guys. But if I was to show that to my mum, she'd look at that and go, what the hell does that mean? And my mother is the biggest part of the market. Then I went down and scrolled down a little bit and found another marketing announcement, like someone trying to promote their business. And this was the state of the marketing. Again, no disrespect to this. This is just what I saw. This was just fact. And the marketing was like this. It was an announcement. It looked good. I understand what it means, but not average Joe Public. And it said, the easiest thing you can be in this world is hard. I dare you to open and soften into your uniqueness of your soul's journey while still remaining to be human. Now, even as a therapist or coach, I say I understand it, but the more I read it now, I think, what the hell does that mean? What is that doing for me? It's not talking about a symptom. It's not talking about a problem. You're not telling me anything that is just crazy, weird language that doesn't assume anything. It doesn't really speak to me and my life and my problems. So could you imagine having this niche and your marketing is all trying to be deep and whimsical and like have some sort of wisdom behind it to sound intelligent as a therapist or coach who understand the world more than everybody else. And you put that across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. The average people that you're trying to attract, because the average people are the biggest part of the market, are going to look at that and think, well, that's not me. Sounds nice, but what the hell does it mean? So guys, like I said at the start, this client avatar, this perfect ideal client that understands the lingo, understands the education, is ready to buy, motivated, and they'll send you endless referrals and are ready to jump at the chance to work with you, does not exist. You want to go looking for people that are speaking symptoms. We call this symptom hunting in our 100K coaching program. And what we teach the students to do is go to various places across all the social media and find out what is the niche saying? What is the current state of that market? What is the language they are using? What is the symptom? What is the root cause they have? We can assume that, but what symptom level problems and lingo are they using to represent that root cause? And we stay so high above the root cause where you start talking and thinking like your niche. It's like you become part of your niche. So every piece of marketing on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, your clients look at this and think, wow, that's me. That's what I'm experiencing. I mean, your clients don't even understand what the word symptom is. But if you can talk to your clients at their level, talking their language, talking about their symptom or their experience and what the possible outcome could be, I guarantee that's when you'll start to get a lineup of clients. And that person you were trying to create, that ideal avatar, that ideal client, will become that person, but you need to speak like them. You need to see your client at their level. But like I said, if you try and attack your market at this level, so is everybody else. So it really comes down to a choice, guys. You can run your entire business and entire career talking like a therapist or a coach, bit of ego driven in that as well, and try and attack the smallest, minute part of the market that every other therapist or coach who doesn't understand this, that every other therapist or a coach is trying to attack, or you find your blue ocean where there's no competition, where you start talking to your clients at symptom level, start talking to your clients about their experience. You stop talking like a therapist or a coach. You stop creating products and services and workshops and seminars about root cause things like heal your inner child, past life regression, grow your abundance, talking about all the same garbage that everybody else is talking about. And it's garbage to the average person because they have not connected this to that. They're not looking for a hypnotherapist or a coach. They're looking for someone to fix their symptom. So we want to come you want to come into the market, I should say, at that symptom level. And you can keep this so vague and use very boring language, but it will get the attention of your market. So guys, that's my twist on this pretty overly saturated exercise, this ridiculous waste of time. And it really is. And the reason I'm so passionate about talking about how ridiculous this exercise is, because I want you guys to succeed. And you will not succeed by making up a client in your head. You will not succeed by talking to your market at the root cause and creating products using root cause language. Get into your client's mind, use the symptom words they're using. And best of all, guys, you can have unlimited content and things to talk about when you understand the language that your market is using. So you find those symptoms, you turn those symptoms into marketing, just like I'm doing for you guys right now. And I guarantee it'll get your client's attention. And now you'll be booking client after client after client. And it's an easy way. It's really the only way to get your business off the ground and succeed in this very oversaturated market. So guys, that's it from me for today. Have any questions, like always, leave a comment below. Please feel free, if you did find this information important and worthwhile, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, even a thumbs up. It really does a lot for our YouTube channel, but also lets me know what you guys want to hear and to make sure that these videos are making sense for you too, guys. So that's it from me for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.